What up, guys? The Bench Buddies are back with our Week 5 NFL picks. Ethan and I are back, and we got our special guest, Hunter.
What's up?
We're gonna lots of good games this week, but first we're gonna see how we did last week. I was the big winner, going 12-4.
It's a
Ethan,
big start, man. 11-5, close. 10-6. Jerry went 10-6, so
still
it's
good
pretty
weeks
good.
out of all of us, but I'm up 2 games
Yeah.
on Ethan. Looking at that crisp $20 bill so far.
You wish, man.
I don't know, but out of all the guest picks, you got Jerry. The great picture of Jerry right there. His big week 2 of 12-4, 75% is what's holding him in the lead right now. But we'll take it to tonight's game. You got LA going into Seattle. I'm the only one here going with Seattle just because they've been red hot, but I know LA could have a bounce back game here. Ethan, why are you going with the Rams?
I'm going with the Rams because I feel like this is a big bounce back opportunity. They came off the loss last week against the Cardinals, and they really didn't show the offensive capabilities that they can make. So I think they're going to come back. I think they're going to beat Seattle in Seattle, and it's going to be a big win for them. Hunter, you have the Rams as well. What are your thoughts on this game?
I just got the Rams because they came off that loss, like you said, and Matt Stafford and Cooper Kupp are a great duo. And if they can compete like they have been, I think they'll take the dub.
Our first game in London here of the year.
9:30 a.m. start.
So football on all day.
Yeah, we got a clean sweep. All of us are picking the Falcons. You never know. It is a London game, so you never know. Jets could come out firing, but I mean, we're all taking the Falcons. We're going with the favorite here in this one. Only a 3-point line, though. That's something to watch for.
We're all going with the Packers here. This game is Green Bay's only favored by 3. Both teams have, picked it up. They're 3-1. And, Hunter, why are you going with the Packers here?
I just think their offense can turn up when they need to, man. And the Bengals, they're decent this year, but they have a very young core.
Yeah, I agreed there. Their offense, their young offensive guys are going to be big in this game. And I think, I mean, we all got the Packers, but this would be a good one to watch, in my opinion.
Hunter, we'll start with you here. Why are you going with the 0-4 Lions?
Hey, man, I got to root for the hometown, Sometimes they can pull it off, but this year's looking pretty sloppy. But I got faith in Jared Goff.
Lions fans, man.
Yeah. Can't imagine, man.
But I'm taking the Vikings in this one. So are you? What are you picking the Vikings for in this one?
I just expect a bounce back week. Lost last week, and it was kind of ugly. In the Browns lost, only scored 7 points. But with Justin Jefferson, Adam Thielen, Dalvin Cook, hopefully back this week, I expect the Vikings to pick up right where they left off.
Well, we'll start with this Steelers pick for me. I'm taking the Steelers in this one. The home field advantage. They are a 1-point favorite, which is kind of surprising, especially with a 3-1 Broncos team coming to town. But this defense has been looking kind of sus the last few weeks. I think they're going to get back to it this week and give Teddy Bridgewater some problems.
I'm going with the Broncos here just because, the Steelers haven't been playing well and the Broncos have. Hunter, I'm assuming you're on the same page right there.
Yeah, same page. The Broncos are doing good. Steelers defense hasn't been like they usually are.
Yeah, I agree with that. Clean sweep. We are taking the Bucs over the Dolphins. This could be a little bit sneakier just because it's not really an away game for Miami. They're close, but at the same time, Tampa Bay's roster is way better. 10-point favorite. I don't know if I take 10 points, but I'm taking the Bucs in the game. Better offense, better defense.
Hunter, you're going alone again. You're the only one taking the Saints here. Why are you taking the Saints?
I just think they'll be able to pull it off. Really, it's 2-2 teams. It should be a very competitive game and a shootout, but I think the Saints will pull through.
Yeah, I'm taking Washington just because I think the defensive line will create problems on that offensive line, and force Jameis Winston to throw some picks.
Yeah, I'm with you there. Heineke and McLaurin are starting to become a scary duo as McLaurin's, averaging over 100 yards, almost 100 yards a game, and like I think 8 or 9 catches a game. So, they've obviously found confidence in that, and I think they'll continue to build on it on the Saints' weak secondary.
Next, we got the Eagles and Panthers, and we're all picking the Panthers again. Zach, why are you picking the Panthers?
I'm going with the Panthers strictly based on I'm thinking McCaffrey will play. And if McCaffrey's back, there's no doubt in my mind that this Panthers team will win. But, with Chuba Hubbard, if he has to play, if McCaffrey's out, this team, they're not the same team, but it's not like this team doesn't know what to do because they still got weapons. Sam Darnold has been the key piece for the Panthers. And obviously, Hunter, you're big on the Panthers so far because, better record and Eagles are 1-3 here. But why are you going with the Panthers?
Basically, same thing as you. CMC's no doubt helps them, their offense. And Sam Darnold is something else compared to what he was last year. He's been turning up and making that offense very strong and well-rounded.
I'll speak for all of us here. Titans, pretty ugly week last week, but Jaguars have been pretty ugly all year. And now with the Urban Meyer situation at the bar, don't need to get too in-depth on that. But clean sweep across the board. We're all taking the Titans. And I'm kind of surprised that the line's only 4 points here, as I'm expecting kind of a bigger blowout.
And I'll speak for us here when we're saying the Patriots should dominate the Texans this week. Texans really had one of their worst games. They're 9-point favorites, or the Patriots are 9-point favorites. And I think that could hit. I think the Patriots should have not much of a problem handling the Texans this week.
Hunter, talk about the Raiders here.
Man, I chose the Raiders just because they've been red hot. Their defense is great. Derek Carr's having a great season so far. And when Josh Jacobs is healthy, he's a big contributor to that offense.
Yeah, I agree with that. Jacobs, last week without Jacobs, they had Peyton Barber do pretty much the Jacobs role. And Kenyon Drake, who they signed this offseason, pretty much was non-existent. So I don't really see a need for Kenyon Drake there if they're not even going to use him. But as you said, Jacobs, he's the workhorse in the Raiders offense, and getting him back is key to their success.
Next, we got the Browns and Chargers. Zach, you picked your Browns. What do you got? What are your thoughts on this game? How are they going to be able to pull this off?
I'm thinking, the Chargers. We'll see if the Chargers are the same old Chargers like they have in years past. Because normally they're winning late or losing late, and they tend to just give the game away. And they're playing a great team here in the Browns. The defense is really good. I think this will be the best defense the Chargers have faced all year. And I think it's going to stifle Herbert a little bit, and it'll be just enough to beat the Chargers.
Yeah, I think the Chargers are going to have a big game this week. That offense has been red hot. They just beat their division rival. Or wait, who'd they play last week?
The Chargers?
Yeah.
They beat the Raiders.
Yeah, they beat on Monday Night Football. Yeah, that's right. All right. So yeah, that was a big win. Had a really good first half, and then a big win against the Chargers or the Chiefs as well. So they're red hot going into this game, and I think home field advantage will help them out a lot.
I agree with that. And
all right, for our next game, we all have a clean sweep, Cowboys over Giants. I'm assuming that we all think that the offense is just too dynamic for the Giants to stop.
Mm-hmm.
That's what I was thinking when I made this pick. I think the offense is just too good, in my opinion.
Yeah, I agree. Hunter, what about you?
I totally agree with that. Dak and Zeke and then Amari Cooper, that's just a great trio on that offense.
One of the most intriguing games of the week, you got the Cardinals at home, only remaining undefeated team versus San Francisco with quarterback problems on who's going to start. We're all going with the Cardinals, I think strictly on the fact because they're still 4-0, only team left. and they've been playing really good ball. But this could be a trap game because the Niners could be easily 3-1 if they hold the Packers on a few weeks ago, and they could be 4-0 if they could squeak out a win last week. So this team is playing above their record shows, but I think as I can speak for all of us here, it's just kind of hard to pick against the Cardinals here.
Yeah, I agree. I think that offense is too loaded, honestly, and their defense has just been playing way too good of football to pick against them in this game, especially with the questions surrounding Jimmy G and all their offensive woes. So the safe pick here is Arizona.
I agree with that too.
So
Hunter, we'll start with Hunter here. What the Bills on the road in Kansas City? Why are you going that way?
Bills are a tough team either way, if they're home or away, but Chiefs haven't really showed me what they were last year so far. I know they got Patty Mahomes. He's great, but they just don't seem like the same team as they used to be. So I'm going to take the Bills because they're playing tough.
Yeah, I could definitely see that. I just think that the Chiefs being at home on Sunday Night Football, I just think it's too tough to pick against them. I definitely wouldn't be surprised if the Bills won, but I'm just picking the Chiefs in this one because I just have more faith in that offense for the Chiefs and Travis Kelce's, Pat Mahomes.
Yeah, I'm with you there. Either way, it'll still be a great game. But I just got to go with the Chiefs just because they're at home. Maybe if this game was in Buffalo, I'd probably go with Buffalo.
Yeah.
Just because both these fan bases show out and are really supportive. But I think it's just too hard to pick against the Chiefs at home.
And for our Monday night game, we are all picking the Ravens in this one. Not much of a surprise. With Carson Wentz, you could get a really good Carson Wentz, you could get a really bad Carson Wentz. We just don't know where he's at in the season yet. I think with the Ravens, you know what you're getting, and you know exactly what's going to happen with their offense. They're going to be running the ball, playing good defense, and I think they're going to win this game. I think it's going to be a tough battle, but I am taking the Ravens in this one. Quinny, what are your thoughts on this game?
I agree with everything you said there. The only way the Colts can really squeak this one out is if Wentz has a great game and his receivers and running backs, I guess, have a great game as well. Like with Nelson, I don't know if he's going to be back this week. I don't know how long he's out. It's really going to depend on his health too, because, he's top 3 in pass protection, rushing as well. One of the best defensive linemen in the game. And, when you're without him, it's just tough to, adjust to that. So that's why the Ravens, I think, will win this game at home and move 4-1.
Well, that'll do it for all of our picks. Hunter, thanks for joining us, man. It was fun. If you guys enjoyed the video, leave a like, comment, subscribe. Until next week, we'll be back here with our picks. But until then, Bench Buddies are out.
She never called back.